Well, howdy there, folks. And let me just say, was not expecting to see Walt anywhere near the final bracket, but that's a bit surprising. I'm still considering what team to go with. May you rest in peace, Levitain. Goodbye. Alright, guys. 3.8 is now available on your storefront page, so we're going to be going over not only new characters, their new, and new weapons and refines for previous characters, as well as that new character that you're going to be getting that is free. So that'll be free sometime in mid-October, I'm assuming. But let's just take a look-see at the new weapons that we got here. And let me just say, with everything involved, a lot of them are amazing. Actually, all of them are impressive. So let's dive into it. So first off, we have Selena's Blade. Now, Selena's Blade is an armor slayer, but it has additional might and an additional effect. At the start of combat, if foe has more attack than Selena, +3, grants attack and speed, defense, res, all of the stats +3 during combat. So therefore, as it kind of plays to the strength, I guess you could say in some ways, that Selena does not necessarily have the highest attack value, so if you're going up against a foe who happens to have a little bit more, +3, she'll gain +3 to all of her stats during combat. Pretty beefy. Then, of course, we also have the Wodow effect you get when you refine it. Deals +10 damage when a special triggers, meaning that Selena is definitely going to get more mileage out of this, I would say. Definitely quite beneficial for dealing with Surtur, too. And, I just have a grudge against Surtur. I think a lot of people do. Either way, Selena's Blade looks to be pretty nice. But that is not the end. Oh no, folks. We have a ways to go. So, May got a really nice tome. This is a death blow effect. So therefore, she gains +6 attack as long as she's the one who's initiating combat. And then also, when you refine it, it gets a link skill. Meaning that, using repositionals and things like that will grant her attack and speed +6, as well as the target that she's repositioning or being repositioned by. So, yay! Fun stuff. Yeah, that's going to be a really fun one to really try to work into. Definitely was not expecting the death blow effect. I'm wondering if we're going to get another Lilina in this regard. Just stack in all the death blows, see how people melt. Then, of course, we have Boey. Now, Boey, with the Inscribed Tome, is a bit... Well, it's a Raven Tome. Not bad. Buffed up Raven Tome, might of 14. Meaning that, he'll be quite good against colorless. But also, if foe initiates combat and uses sword, lance, axe, or beast damage, I guess dragons don't account for this, unit can make a counterattack regardless of foe's range. Boey has built-in close counter. He has built-in close counter on his weapon. What is the world we're living in? This is ridiculous. This plays to his strengths. Although, at least not mine. I kind of have a defense bane. Seems to be the reoccurring theme here. But, all in all, Boey can already kind of tank a little bit easier now. So, yeah, this is going to be a really big buff to him in his weapon regard. Not so sure about the Raven Tome, but hey, decent enough. Really quite nice. That close counter is definitely a big, strong change. Now, guys, it's time to talk about Peruca. Now, Peruca, I was wondering what they were going to do with her, how they would play to her strengths. But let me just say, they definitely nailed it quite well here. So, Peruca, she gets the Accelerate special trigger cooldown like, most slaying weapons do. Additional might there. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is above or equal to 50% health, inflicts attack -4 on foe during combat, and special trigger cooldown charge -1 on foe per attack. For those who are unaware of what this is Hack-a-Lantern. It's Hack-a-Lantern with the additional effect of, messing with people's attack. So, yeah, that is a huge boost to Peruca. That is a massive change for her, and definitely plays to her strengths already of being a total all-out wall. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people already ran Hack-a-Lantern on Peruca, so just attaching this to this is just, the cherry on top will make Peruca stand out a lot more as a character. Holy crap, that is, I would say hers and May's are probably the strongest, but all of them this time around are just absolutely phenomenal. Alright guys, let us take a look at those new characters that are coming out, those new stats, as well as that new free-to-play character that we're getting. Are you all ready? Alright, as always, when it comes to this, thank you to Game Press when it comes to the stats. Let's pull these up. Let's see what we got here, shall we? Oh, man. Alright. Now, with Hilda, since her weapon is so very odd about being you know, a bit more about, you know, a bit less when it comes to defense, buffing up people who have more defense, etc., etc. I was expecting her to have somewhat low defense, but no, 28 is actually not bad. But the main attraction here with Hilda, 37 attack, and 37 speed. That is a really nice, at least attacking, a player phase attacking character, honestly. She'll already have a lot of benefits from that, and considering the fact if she happens to be around, you know, no one who really has more defense than her, it's just gonna go even further. Hilda seems to be a really potent axe unit. Something akin to Linus, honestly, in a lot of that when it comes to her attack spread, so good enough. Of course, 23 res will not be pulling her through anything. But, I mean, 23 is still pretty good. Not as good as defense Hubert has, but we'll talk about that in a second. So, Hubert, holy crap, alright. Let me just say, it's really quite incredible that he is 39 attack. You guys need to remember that that does not include, of course, his Fox Tome that he already has, where as long as he's initiating, he's basically getting more to every stat that he has here. More to his attack, more to his speed, more to his res. So it's essentially a huge, big buff to that. And 39 attack is definitely going to spread that out a lot more. Make Hubert a real big menace. And he also has decent enough res, at least. Not too great of defense, though. 19, but then again, Tome Infantry unit, I wasn't expecting anything too insane there. Alright. Let me just say, I'm actually quite happy about Mercedes. Mercedes, I was wondering how they were going to be handling her stat line. It's not too impressive, but I'm almost expecting her to be the one who gets demoted this time around, and I'm honestly quite happy to at least see that she has decent enough attack, decent enough speed, and reliably confident res. I mean, 33 res matching her attack, that's really high up there, and 22 defense is not too terribly bad either. She's not going to be the biggest impact when it comes to healers, but I will say, as a unit that you can really build with merges, I think Mercedes will actually really excel as time goes on, and is a lot more than what I was expecting. But then again, I was just looking at her kit. That's kind of how it goes. A lot of people always go, oh man, those kits, they suck, but then you kind of see their stats. It's not too bad. Petra, though. Oh boy, Petra. Alright. I'm honestly okay with her having 32 attack. 38 speed is not too terribly bad for a flyer. 25 defense is, honestly, pretty nice. Really kind of odd to see her res this low, considering she is, in fact, a flyer. And usually flyers just kind of have a little bit of an uptick when it comes to res. But all in all, Petra is not, you know, terribly amazing. She has a good enough stat spread, but, you know, we do have other flying dagger units that may do a little bit better. However, she does have a very unique weapon, very unique style, and she's also blue. You know, she's a blue-colored dagger. So, ooh. I wonder how well this will work out for her. She's just going to be chucking swords at everyone. Honestly, I'm not really sure what to think when it comes to Petra, at least when it comes to colored daggers. But Hubert and Hilda, they definitely stood out a lot more than what I was expecting. Now it's time to talk about your big bad boy, your scary daddy. That, of course, is the Reaper, the Death Knight, and he is coming to you. He, she, but spoilers, I don't know. Well, I was not expecting him to be a Cavalier unit, but a Cavalier unit with decent enough stat spread that it's actually quite interesting. 25 speed is not too great for him, and 35 attack is decent enough for that, but he has really great defenses and actually a reliably powerful res, at least. 27 is not terribly bad. However, I think a lot of you guys are probably wondering about his abilities. You're probably wondering if he's any good. Well, allow me to field that question and answer it for you as best as I possibly can. So the Reaper is going to be coming with this, the Scythe of Sariel. Sariel? I'm probably not saying that right. But anyways, it accelerates special trigger. And of course, if a bonus is granted, like a skill like Rally or Hone or extra movement, it's granted to, you know, Armored March, Armored Boots, all that fun stuff. If that's active on a foe, it will grant attack, speed, defense, and res +4 to a unit during combat, and foe cannot make a follow-up attack. Meaning that our boy here, with that stat spread, will get +4 as long as the unit that he's attacking happens to have some sort of buff on them. It's not exactly the best weapon, but it is a lot more than, you know, some GHBs, I guess. Considering the fact that we just came off of Kronia, I guess we can't really expect too much there. But let's go over what skills he actually has, and let me just say, they're not exactly amazing. So first up, for 4 stars, we have Blazing Flame, that of course is his special trigger. Then we have Escape Route 3 at 5 stars, and then Close Guard 3 at 4 stars. That's not really... That's kind of, not the best. I feel kind of bad about saying that, but, yeah, our poor boy, the Death Knight, kind of got a little screwed there, but, hey, you should be able to make some interesting builds out of that. I'll have to think about that once I'm done with the Kronia build that I've been working on. Either way, guys, those are your units. That is 3.8. Those are your weapon refines and everything under the sun. Do tell me what you guys think. For now, though, it's time to say goodbye. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!